Now, let me tell you about a little story that's about a mountain bike trail in Victoria. This is a ripping yarn reported by John Ferguson in the Australian today. Ferg is a keen mountain bike rider himself, and he's reported on delays in the construction of what should be a fantastic network of bike trails in the Yarra Ranges east of Melbourne. Here's a promotional video.
One of the most anticipated projects, for many, many years. We're involved in way back in 2013 when we actually came in and had a look at this site, and I tell you what, there's nothing like it here in Australia. Just the natural features here are really spectacular. It's really amazing. So next few months we're starting to walk all over the hills and start designing everything. Hopefully we're going to have people riding by the end of 2020.
Yeah, well, it looks fantastic, I've got to say, but obviously they've missed that target because the trails are still not built, and there's another part of that council video that gives you a clue as to the reason why.
So the council is working on a governance model of non-profit trust made up of community members and of the different representatives of the different land management authorities that will be where the trails will go, predominantly Parks Victoria and Del Whip as state forest managers, and the governance model will be just as important.
Could run that Monty Python grab there again, I reckon. Bureaucracy, governance, consultation, red tape, green tape. You know the story. The project, and let's be clear, the project is just building some bike paths through some bush. Well, it was subjected to an environmental effects statement. And you can imagine the number of departments and organisations and individuals getting involved in that process. With any luck, the trails will be open next year now, deep into next year. But there are plenty of hurdles to overcome yet before they get the thing underway. And one of them I just have to share with you. This project can't go ahead until there's a gender impact assessment. A gender impact assessment for a mountain bike trail. I wonder how many genders they're going to need to study. I wonder if we've yet reached peak stupid in this country. Let me bring in Bella de Brera from the Institute of Public Affairs. Bella, I know this sort of madness won't surprise you, right? You've just seen too much of it.
This one actually did surprise me because, as most people, I was bewildered by the connection between bike trails and gender. And I really had to look into what this is all about. And the clue is a study that this Gender Commission did earlier this year with Geelong City Council. They did exactly the same thing. They did a gender impact assessment of a bike trail. Really, the nub of the problem is that too many men go mountain biking for their liking. This is the problem. They deeply resent that mountain biking is a male-dominated sport, at least amongst adults. Amongst children, it seems to be, pretty much equal. But they get very upset that when girls turn 13, they're less interested in mountain biking than their male cohorts. So this is unbelievably what the Victorian government is using taxpayers' money for, worrying about the fact that too many men are mountain biking.
It is extraordinary. So this would this mean that it jeopardises funding because not enough women are using it? I mean, what would the gender impact assessment actually achieve?
Well, judging from the Geelong City Council one, it achieved nothing. It basically just proved what they already knew, which was that women, as in general, don't seem to enjoy mountain biking as much as possible. But the problem with this whole identity politics palaver is that it is actually this assessment is negatively impacting the women and the girls who want to go out mountain biking by delaying the opening of these trails, which sound amazing. They're actually negatively impacting the women that they're apparently trying to help. Identity politics does nothing. It stops us living in a productive, well-functioning society, and it helps nobody. It's actually negatively impacting the people they're pretending to help. So, it's ridiculous.
There could be, perish the thought, there could even be women who like the fact that their husbands or sons go off mountain bike riding so they can go have some time to do what they want to do. I noticed that the Victorian government has a commission for gender equality in the public sector. Are we getting this gender spotlight put on virtually every project, every initiative in Victoria now?
Yep, that's the plan, and it's really deeply embedded in most of the city councils. I think they're talking about applying it to 300 organisations in Victoria. So there is no escaping it as long as the Andrews government is in power.
It is. It just does my head in. We will see. We'll see if the mountain bike trail, the mountain bike trail, goes ahead, and we would encourage people of all genders to use it.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us, Bella.
Thanks, Chris.
Bella de Brera there from the Institute of Public Affairs. Can you believe that? A gender impact assessment of mountain bike trails.